Hi guys, I'm Shmi. Hello and welcome back to the channel where you join me today for a first look at the new Rolls-Royce Ghost Black Badge. We're going to explore the car here in the studio, go for a full walk around of the exterior and the interior, talk about the differences that have been incorporated into the Black Badge model, following hot on the heels of the new Rolls-Royce Ghost that launched last year. There's a lot to take a look at today, including a rather fun detail that Rolls-Royce have fitted into the back of the car that I'll be able to show you as well. So let's take a first look then at the new Rolls-Royce Ghost Black Badge. The preview today with the Ghost Black Badge is very much with a car that fits the theme. Black on black on black, quad black in fact, everything from the gloss black paint to the dark chrome accents, all of which we can explore shortly. But the Black Badge name first arrived about 5 or 6 years ago on the Wraith, an opportunity for customers to have a car that is more dynamic and more exclusive. It's since followed on the Dawn and also on the Cullinan, and now arrives on the new generation Ghost, a car that is spectacular in its own right, a car that I have been lucky to experience before now. Today we'll go through this though, all of the specific details that make up the Ghost Black Badge, responding to customer requests. In fact, Black Badge models now represent 27% of customer commissions of new orders of Rolls-Royce models, not available on the Phantom for obvious reasons, the epitome of luxury. This very much incorporates elements of that though. The Ghost is a car that is both luxurious but also a delight to drive in terms of technology, in terms of comfort, in terms of features, in terms of its elegance in every possible way. Post-opulence is the term they use to refer to the car. So let's take a proper look at this then. We will take a look at the engine. There is more power in the Black Badge model, but in particular it's about the details, the things that stand out. For example, the famous Spirit of Ecstasy at the very front of the car is now finished in dark chrome. The same goes for the grille. You see down here, the way the surrounds are covered. We've got the new light technology that arrived with the Ghost. We also have a specific set of wheels worn for the car. You will notice the technical fibre that they have, the carbon fibre outer areas effectively with the distinct design 21-inch wheels fitted with the tyres that also feature the foam inside for additional comfort and ride quietness effectively, something where the car truly excels. As we come around, the details continue throughout and even around towards the rear as well, where they created these whole new lines and shapes encompassing around the tail lights, but we have the dark chrome finishing back here also. There is something inside though to show you with this. In fact, there's a lot to show you inside the Rolls-Royce Ghost Black Badge. We have the infinity emblems that you see on the side sills, also here on the dashboard with that inlay with 850 stars, some lovely finishing touches, this interior inlay and trim as well. We've also got the Starlight headliner up top inside here. If we take a look in the rear as well, open this, the motorized doors almost feeling very lightweight as they pull on open. We have, as I've said, this full black leather interior to go with the exterior, but they've installed a little something for us to demo on the infotainment systems back here later. The Infinity logos continue through the center. It is a beautiful place to explore back here. Now, one element, of course, of the Ghost Black Badge to touch on is going to be the engine. So let me come round just to open up the engine bay quickly. We can take a look at the power plant itself. We give a double pull of the catch just down there. Come round, and actually as you pull that, by the way, the Spirit of Ecstasy instantly ducks down because of the way this mould is created, the way the bonnet effectively surrounds that, and obviously means that you can safely lift this up to reveal the 6.75 litre twin turbocharged V12. In the Ghost Black Badge, it now produces 600 metric horsepower as opposed to 571 in the regular cars, 29 horsepower, and torque has also gone up from 850 newton meters to 900 newton meters as well, so an additional 50 newton meters. Now, to close this back down, perhaps a little bit of a challenge to do with a camera in my hand, so just bear with me to shut that. With that closed, you can always opt as to how you would like the Spirit of Ecstasy to remain, but the car features a lot of clever technology which is almost hidden underneath the skin. One thing that was introduced with Phantom that carried through to New Ghost is to have the flag bearer system, where it uses cameras in the windscreen to read the road ahead of you to create the most optimized ride, to read the bumps and prepare the suspension in the perfect way for that. It also has the advanced gearbox controlled by GPS assistance, so the car knows if a corner is coming and can automatically prepare for that in advance. You can sit it in a number of different heights, so you can pop it down into the lower mode, but here for the driver you have the elegance of the controls, some of the traditional controls, for example with the climate settings that you have in here, mixed with an almost digital appearance, combining the two, having those chrome dials around the various instruments on the dashboard, for example, to mix with that. It also has a slightly different setup to the exhaust system. Of course, Rolls-Royces are about the effortless, calm and quiet driving experience, but given it does have a V12, it also makes a little bit more sound for those who are looking forward to hearing it. To step into the driver's seat initially, we'll take a full look at the rear in just a moment, but Ghost offers this balance between being targeted at self-driving, but also chauffeur driving. Now inside here, these inlays I talked about coming right across the dashboard continue also through the spokes on the steering wheel, but everything that you can touch is the finest possible quality of materials. Everything from opening and closing the air conditioning vents, to the sliders for your temperature on the air conditioning, to the cup holder cover as well. It's all absolutely lovely, very, very quiet and soft as well, whatever you're touching and moving. You have your infotainment screen integrated into this strip across the dashboard, the lovely clock presented there as well, and of course the display in front of us. But let's just press the start button. The V12 fires into life. Of course, it's not the craziest loud sound. That's not what the car is going for in the slightest. You want to be comfortable when you're in the rear section. You want to be calm and enjoy the effortless experience that this car offers. Everything from the soft lighting that we have up top all the way through to the leathers for the armrest. This is a particularly soft armrest. You have the heating, which is also for the seats, the armrest on the doors and the center as well. And it's just a really very, very, very nice place to be. I want to come and show you in the rear though, so take a step out, and of course this is where, just to quickly demonstrate, if you press the button on the door, it will near on silently bring itself to a close. If we come round then towards the other side of the car to show you a little bit more of what it's like back here, and then the front compartment has the controls for the displays, which are actually going to bring me to what I would like to show you. Now, if you fold down the table, pressing that button, you then have your monitor. You could have just pressed this button and it would also open the monitor up, where you will notice, for a bit of fun, they've actually installed a Nintendo Switch in here to demonstrate to us. So I've just been playing Mario Kart on a Switch in a Rolls-Royce, which is really quite fun. If I just press there, that actually opens up. Select a user. We'd have to sign in to get that fully operational right now, but quite fun to have that as a concept, I think, to be able to play with the Switch. And then if you press on this side, it folds all of that back away. You can pop that into the seat compartment just in front, but again, the same quality of materials back here with all of the inlays and the details, and that feeling that it is a touch more dynamic, being this full black look effectively, obviously giving a very different appearance. Now when you're in the back, you can press the button just here. The door will softly close. Obviously we've got the front door open at the moment, but it is very, very quiet inside. Obviously the acoustic properties of the glass, the work that Rolls-Royce have gone to in terms of making it a silent ride, the sound deadening built into the chassis, the way they use their own architecture to build these vehicles. And one other fun thing when you're in the back is that if you want to open the door as effortlessly as possible, all you have to do is pull on the door handle and it opens itself on the second pull, and then out you can step. It's that easy. It's those wonderful extra touches which put the icing on the cake. So then press the button on the door and it will close itself back up again, and exactly the same, of course, with the front. Very simple, very elegant, and just magnificent in so many ways. Now, if we take a better look, I suppose, around the rear very quickly, we can check out the luggage space, which is actually quite sizable, especially considering that in front of that, we've got the luxury of the rear seats, as well as the champagne cooler installed into this car. Plenty of space for whatever it might be that you need, and of course the power fold tailgate that goes with it. Down here, the slightly more pronounced exhaust tailpipes, I guess reminding us that we do have a 6.75 litre V12. It's going to be interesting to see the direction though for the future, because obviously with these cars from Rolls-Royce, one of the primary objectives is always that effortless feeling, and that's exactly what this offers, while also actually feeling surprisingly small when you're out driving. The new powertrain, the four-wheel drive system, the automatic gearbox, of course the rear-wheel steering and everything else that combines to help that driving experience, all happening very much away from the public eye. You're not necessarily aware of what the car is doing. It just goes about its business and makes everything as serene as possible for the driver, for the occupants to enjoy and experience the car. In traditional Rolls-Royce fashion, and you might not have noticed it, on this sharp shoulder line that runs the length of the car, we also have the hand-painted traditional Coachline, the dual pinstripe effectively running the length of the car, the black over black, very subtle and discreet on this particular example, but something that of course could be done in a contrast colour. All sorts of different options to make the car completely bespoke with that sportier edge and line that runs across the entire length of the car. Before wrapping up, I'd like to show you the headlights quickly and also the grille. So if we just come through to illuminate these for a moment, it is very nice opening those doors. Just wake them up for a second. Of course, we've got the running lights, which just have this slightly more sporty characteristic, the way they wrap around. In fact, if we then completely illuminate everything up front, come and have a look. You have this backlit effect on the grille, which is beautiful to look at, just emphasizing those vertical lines, the proportions and the shape of it. And of course, with the latest technology on the headlights as well offered up there. So if I just turn this back off for the moment, close back the door, press of the button, it will do its thing. Clearly a very lovely car, and one I would very much look forward to driving at some point in the future to experience the Black Badge iteration of the Rolls-Royce Ghost. So thank you very much for joining for this first look. I hope you've enjoyed taking a look at the Ghost Black Badge. But that is it for this time. Thank you very much for watching. As always, your support is hugely appreciated. That's it for now, and I'll see you again very soon. Cheers.